Namaste, witchlings. How are you? I am here. Oh, goodness. It's already been a morning. Had my podcast already. It is pre recorded. We did do a live broadcast. Um, it is downloaded and I will be uploading it to go live. That's what I'm looking for at the regular time. Um, had Rebecca Pacheco on this morning. I think that's how her name is pronounced. I did not ask, and I should have. Go die, right? Um, she was such a sweetheart, such a nice lady. I babbled at her in my typical fashion. She was so cool. So, I'm glad it's over because my nerves were just raw. So, let's get started. To start the morning. I do my usual. I wake up, I roll over, I check notifications on my phone to see if anything interesting happened while I was asleep. Well, last night something did. Today we are lighting our candle, wishing Donald Sutherland a peaceful journey through the veil. Sir, you will be missed. I am the strange woman of my generation. Most of the girls in my class were swooning over Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez and I can see his face. I can see his father's face. His dad was the head of the NRA for a long time. Why can I not come up with his name? He's Goldie Hawn's husband, Kurt Russell. There we go. You know, most of the girls my age were drooling over the sons, and I'm like, but their dads are much better actors and better looking. So, that's where I was. But then I'm also the girl who went and saw Top Gun. And instead of drooling over Anthony Edwards and Tom Cruise, I'm like, I want the plane. So this is me we're talking about here. And I moved my notes again. I'm having a day. All right. Oh, it is also the solstice, summer solstice. So, oh boy. We were supposed to have a ritual for that today. We see how well Di's keeping track of, holidays and shit right now. All right. I have 15 minutes before I have a doctor's appointment at the VA. Granted, it's online, but we're going to move our asses through this today. Our first card, we have the Nine of Swords. We all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Why has this witch been staring at her ceiling all night? She keeps playing and replaying her what if scenarios. Now she'll only be getting a few hours of sleep, so she's going to be a zombie tomorrow. If you find this at all relatable, then this card comes to you with some comforting energy. Most of our fears are unfounded and never actually happen, but it would be entirely too dishonest to say they never happen at all. Even if it turns out that your worries are for good reason, know that everything will be okay. You will get through this just like you've gotten through everything before it. You do currently have a 100% success rate at surviving things. There is nothing you can do to control it, so you might as well just shut your eyes and try to get some sleep. Moving on, we have the Knight of Cups, romanticize the present moment every chance you get. It is a great day to fall in love with everyone and everything, isn't it? The knight asks you. In some readings, this card will represent a teenager or perhaps a young adult, but in most of your readings, you'll find that it probably represents the type of person who never fails to captivate everyone around them with their enchanting personality. This person sees life through a lens of longing and may express their feelings through writing, painting, music, or perhaps grand displays of affection. If this represents you, then remember to safeguard your precious heart. If this is a person in your life, then be careful with their precious heart for as long as it is in your hands. And then finally, we have the Five of Cups reversed. Spilled tea is not the end of the world. You've been obsessing over the past for far too long, and for so long that you have completely stopped living your life. The closure you've been searching for is not coming, honey. By accepting this and choosing to focus your energy on the present, you can create your own closure. Not like I didn't need to hear that. Our oracle card is, oh, that's pretty. Thorns, weave together the crown that you deserve. This right here is the ultimate card of celebration, not just of yourself. You are amazing, though, but of those around you. When you're done putting on your crown, each and every morning, go and help someone put on theirs. You have so much love and wisdom to spread around, so do not waste it. Self love is essential, but community is important as well. All right, we're going to throw those where they belong and do a quick recap of the cards. So, what our cards are telling us this morning, we get carried away with our worries and stress sometimes. But at the moment, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. So, just ride the wave. Romanticize the present moment every chance you get. In other words, practice some serious mindfulness. It is a great day to fall in love with everyone and everything. So safeguard that. Safeguard those hearts, yours and others. And spilled tea ain't the end of the world. You've been living in the past for so long that you have forgotten how to live in the present moment. Practice some mindfulness. Practice mindfulness, create some community, stop worrying so much about things you can't control. And let's see, what is today's rune? Pop these back up where they belong. I'm working on being, semi-organized here. Today's rune is this little dude, Ansus. The divinity is Odin. The letter is A. The symbol is Odin's coat. The element is air. The tree is the ash tree, of which Yggdrasil, the tree of life, is an ash tree. The plant is the fly agaric. The stone is lapis lazuli, agate, sapphire, and aquamarine. The color is blue as the sky, which is not surprising considering the stones lapis lazuli, agates, and sapphires all tend to be blue. Aquamarine is a blue-green. The animal is the raven. Okay, Anzus. Where's my bag? There it is. Anzus is the rune of Odin, the rune of the ancestral spirit. This rune can be used to invoke divine knowledge, wisdom, and messages directly from the gods or the ancestors. It acts as a compass by guiding you to the wisdom of your bloodline. Focus on insight and communication with the past when meditating with this rune. Listen to your innate wisdom, Remember that the answer to most, if not all, of the things you need or want to know already exist inside of you and are waiting to be unlocked. Ansus is the rune of words, speech, and communication. It represents the development of language, sound, and the raw mechanics of verbal communication. Clarity and potency of thought are things to always consider and strive for. An effective application of speech when communicating thoughts should be valued and practiced. Our use and knowledge of language is a divine gift, and we must honor it to the fullest potential. And Seuss teaches us to be intelligent and sagacious, to be open to counsel and to seek advice from those who are wiser. Consider all advice given to you from those who are older and or more learned. Consider it a gift that they are willing to pass their knowledge and experience on to you. We must consider, or no, we must remember that learning anything is hard work and takes time. Therefore, knowledge is a form of infinite wealth and abundance. Accept new ideas into your life and consider them a blessing. Sometimes words and ideas can be worth their weight in gold, physically and metaphysically. Never disrespect the elders and always hold their wisdom in high regard. There is some debate there. When they're wrong, they're wrong. Ansus represents the passing of the breath of life along the ancestral line. It is the gift from your ancestors, Odin, to you and through you to the next generations. Ansus symbolizes our direct ancestry to the gods themselves and is a pathway to the endless memory of the blood well. We are directly descended from the gods of old, men and women who immortalized themselves as the archetypes of humanity's expression. And Seuss is our means of communication with them and with their story, the history of our blood and immortal soul. Interesting. The answers to questions are available, but not yet recognized. Look for signs and confirmations, which are all around. Everything has significance, and appreciation of this will lead to understanding. Ensure you don't ignore the message because you don't like the content. I like that. Let me repeat that. Be sure, be sure that you do not ignore the message simply because you don't like the content. All experience is a lesson that teaches you. By acknowledging the truth, knowledge and wisdom will increase. In relationships, if you are looking for advice in your relationships, this rune suggests that you contact a close friend or a relative. Ideally, it should be an older person with great life experience. Another interpretation is that your relationships are now being tested. But don't worry too much. The outcome of such a test will be quite satisfactory. In career matters, ENSU symbolizes an interview, a test, generally a verbal exam. But don't worry, this strongly suggests that your speech will be free and fluent. There will be no issues with a logical expression of your thoughts. This rune can also indicate a certain event that will force you to unexpectedly change the scope of your professional activity. In this case, you will have to adapt quickly. If you have any concerns, it's recommended to reach out for advice to a close friend. Our key takeaway here is a revealing message or insight and communication, signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, true vision, and the power of words and naming, blessings and the taking of advice, good health, harmony, truth, and wisdom, an authority figure, leader, mind and body balance, justice, a shaman, or clairvoyant. Our numerology. So today is a number 2 day. Day number 2 is a good day to be surrounded by friends and loved ones. If you need help, don't hesitate to look for it. Interesting, considering our rune was just telling us to ask for advice. Try not to react impulsively if you want to avoid problems. Today is a strange day because you will not be able to have any impact on the situations going on around you. You will feel like you have taken one step forward and then two steps back. If you have a business meeting, stay calm or conflict can easily occur. It's not a good day for beginnings because chances are you are going to have to repeat everything multiple times. Yesterday, you had the opportunity to stand out. Today, you need to take a step back. Be careful with money because it's going to be super easy to spend under today's influences. Okay, quite interesting. Today's goddess. Grab the cards, grab the box. It's a Took. Come here, buddy. Took came in to say hi, guys. Today's goddess. We have light clearing on the tablet. We have Psyche. She is persistence, persistence. She is Greek. Goddess of soul, Psyche started life as a mortal woman. Her beauty was, we all know, dies a klutz. Her beauty was so unparalleled that men began to worship her instead of Aphrodite, which angered the jealous goddess of love. In an attempt to humiliate Psyche, Aphrodite ordered her son Eros to use his love arrows to make the mortal fall in love with a hideous man. However, when the god of love saw her, he fell in love with her and stole her away to be his secret bride. He built a beautiful palace for her where she was alone except in the evening when he would come to their bed, shrouded by darkness and mystery. This is a good way to start a relationship, right? She never saw his face, nor knew who he was. Oh, even better! They were happy together for a while, but on a visit home, Psyche's sisters planted a seed of doubt in her mind. Smart sisters. So, one night, to learn his identity, she secretly lit a candle when Eros was asleep. She was so entranced by his beautiful face that she didn't notice when candle wax dripped on him, waking him up. He was so angry about her betrayal that he fled, and the palace fell to ashes. Devastated over her loss, Psyche sought out the only person who would know his whereabouts, his vain ass mother. Aphrodite looked unkindly upon Psyche and gave her near impossible tasks before she would reveal Eris's location. Sorting a room full of seeds over one night, catching the sun sheep's fleece, and collecting water from the river Styx, and then traveling to Hades to borrow Persephone's beauty cell. Completing each task tirelessly, Psyche finally faltered on her return from Hades. Unable to resist the lure of Persephone's magical self, she opened the box, and the self killed her, its powers too strong for a mere mortal. Eros swooped down and carried her to Olympus, where he begged Zeus for her life. Zeus gave her a cup of ambrosia that not only revived her, but made her a goddess. The two lovers lived together ever after, having two children named Pleasure and Delight. Because of her transcendence from mortal to goddess, Psyche is often portrayed with butterfly wings. Call on Psyche for the strength to persevere through dark challenges in pursuit of what you love. Working with her will be a practice in uniting your heart and soul to find your own inner divinity. Ow. All right. And then, Goddess of the Soul, Psyche is here to lift you back up so that you may persist. Remember that the ability to stick to something will be your greatest advantage. Namaste. Another breathing exercise. Thank in, thank out. Relax your eyes and breathe in with your diaphragm. Slowly and intentionally regulate your breathing to a comfortable pace. Now, Every time you breathe in, be grateful for the air that fills your lungs. Every time you breathe out, give thanks for the oxygen that is circulating through your body. Do this for 8 minutes. If you find it easy, add other things that you are grateful for. Being thankful helps us to feel that we have enough. When we have enough, we don't seek anything else. When we don't seek, we are at peace. And our self compassion is reflection connection. Bring to mind a somewhat difficult person in your life. I have a few of those. What are 3 things you might have in common with them as a human being? Oh, everybody stresses about money at some point in their life. Everybody has a fight with a loved one in their life. And everybody, I don't care who you are, stresses about how much sleep they get. And then, right, one last thing, and then I gotta run. We have, to be fully alive, fully human, and completely awake is to be continually thrown out of the nest. To live fully is to be always in no man's land, to experience each moment as completely new and fresh. To live is to be willing to die over and over again. Pema Chodron, I believe is how their name is pronounced. It is so true. Again, podcast will be uploaded to go live at the usual time tonight. If you missed it this morning, tomorrow's guided meditation, and I will see you all then. Spread love, spread joy, spread kindness. Tell your loved ones what they mean to you, and I will see you all tomorrow. I love you.